Happy morning, children. How are you? Are you fine? Okay, today's our present topic, India relief features. Yeah, what is the meaning of relief features? The highest and the lowest places on the earth's surface are known as the relief features. And we have three order landforms. Those are first order landforms are known as oceans and continents. Second order landforms are known as mountains, plains and plateaus. Third order landforms are gorges, valleys and sand dunes. So in this present topic, we are going to discuss about the second order landforms. Okay, this is clear. Before that, we have to discuss about diversity of India. India has a large diversity in climatic conditions. It grows various crops and having a longest coastal line. So like this, it has a variation. But before that, I hope you remember latitudes, longitudes and time zones. Already you learnt in your previous classes. Do you have any idea, children? Okay, we will recall once again. Latitudes. Yeah, the word latitude derived from the Latin language, meaning is width. These latitudes are the full circles and horizontal lines drawn from west to east direction. We have around 181 latitudes. 0 degree latitude is the biggest latitude and this is known as equator. And that equator divides the earth into two equal parts. Those are known as northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. And some important latitudes are here. Those are 23 degree half north is known as Tropic of Cancer. 66 degree half north is known as Arctic Circle. And 23 half south is known as this is Tropic of Cancer. 66 degree half south is known as Antarctic Circle. But 90 degree north and 90 degree south are not the circles. These are just points. This is about latitudes. Next, longitudes. Longitudes derived from the Latin word longitudo, meaning is length. These longitudes are not the full circles, these are hemicircles drawn from north to south. And we have around 360 longitudes. And among them, the most important longitudes are 0 degree longitude is known as Greenwich Meridian or Prime Meridian. 180 degree longitude is known as International Dateline or 180 east or 180 west longitudes. Every longitude has its own direction except 0 degree longitude and 180 degree longitudes. And 180 degree longitude directly oppose the 0 degree longitude. This is known as anti-meridian. So, this is the information about longitudes. Now, I have to discuss about time zones. The world has divided into 24 time zones. The width of the time zone is 15 degree longitude. And the distance of the longitudes are here around 1 hour. How? To move 1 degree longitude, it takes 4 minutes. So, 15 into 4, 15 is the width of the time zone. Into 4, 15 into 4 is known as 60 minutes equal to 1 hour. And India has taken degrees 30 minutes east longitude, which passes towards Allahabad, and is a reference of Indian Standard Time, which is ahead 5 hours ahead of the Greenwich Meridian. This is the introduction about time zones. Later we have to discuss about continental drift theory proposed by the Alfred Wegener. Belongs to Germany, and he belongs to 20th century. He was a meteorologist and a geophysicist. According to his theory, around 220 million years ago, the world has only one continent. Its name is Pangaea. In Greek language, Pangaea meaning is the whole land. Later, this Pangaea started moving and collided. While collision, several large sections formed. And here, this Indian plate, it moved towards the northeast and collided with the Eurasian plate. Owing to this collision and immense force, mountains evolved. Those mountains are known as Himalayas. Meaning is Himalayas. So, this is the information about continental drift theory. This is the introduction of the present topic. So far, did you understand, children? Now we are going to enter in the main topic. So in this, we have to discuss about major relief divisions. India has 6 major relief divisions. Those are the Himalayas, the Indo-Gangetic Plains, the Peninsular Plateau, the coastal plains, deserts and islands. These are the 6 major relief features of India. Among them, first we have to discuss about Himalayas. Yeah, Himalayas, they runs towards the west-east direction and formed in an arch shape. The distance of the Himalayas are around 2400 kilometers, but the width is differ. 400 kilometers in west and 200 kilometers, that is in central and eastern Himalayas. Here, this Himalayas formed in a parallel range, 3 parallel ranges, and the Himalayas separated by the deep valleys and extensive plateaus. So, what are those 3 parallel ranges? Those are Greater Himalayas or Himadri. Second range is Himachal. Third range is Shivalik. So, let us discuss about the first range, that is the Greater Himalayas or Himadri. Yeah, the northernmost range of the Himalayas is called the Greater Himalayas or Himadri. It has the highest peaks, and the average elevation of these peaks are here 6100 meters. Yeah, this range covered with ice and snow, and we can find here glaciers. Glaciers are the sources of perennial rivers. This is about the first range. And the second range, that is Himachal. It has another names like Middle Himalayas or lesser Himalayas. Yeah, this Himachal range lies between the south of the Shivaliks and north of the greater Himalayas. The width of this Himachal range is 60 to 80 kilometers. The distance of the Himachal range is 3,500 to 4,500 meters. In this Himachal range, we can see some important ranges like Pir Panjal, Dholdhar, Mahabharat range, Mussoorie and the Nakchiba ranges are eminent ranges. Yeah, south of the Middle Himalayas marked with Pir Panjal range is in Kashmir. It is the longest and important range. Kashmir Valley lies between the Pir Panjal and the Zakkar range. It lies between Pir Panjal and Zakkar range. Yeah, the distance of this Pir Panjal, it is 135 kilometers and the width is 40 kilometers. And the area that occupied 4,921 square kilometers. And the elevation of the ranges are here 485 meters from the mean sea level. Next, middle Himachals remarked by east of the middle Himachals remarked by the Mussoorie and Nakchiba range. The distance of the Mussoorie is 2000 to 2600. And here the distance is here 120 kilometers of these ranges. In this middle Himalayas or Himachal range, we can see some hill stations like Mussoorie, Nainital, Ranikhet, Shimla, Darjeeling. These are located between 1500 to 2000 meters from the mean sea level. This is about the second range, that is the Himachal range. And the third range, it is known as Shivaliks. It is called as outermost Himalayas or southern Himalayas. And the distance of these Shivaliks are 2400 kilometers. And the width is differ, that is in Himachal Pradesh 50 kilometers and Arunachal Pradesh is in 15 kilometers. And in this Shivalik range, we can see dunes. Dunes are the valleys between the Shivalik and the Himachal ranges like Patli Dune, Kotli Dune, Dehradun. These are the dunes we can see in this Shivalik range. And these Shivaliks are divided into divisions. Those divisions are called Purvanchal. And Purvanchal regional name is Patkai Hills, Mizo Hills, Manipuri Hills, Naga Hills, etc. This is all about Shivalik ranges. Yeah, after these three ranges, we have to discuss about the formation of Himalayas once. Yeah, formation of these Himalayas shows the great influence on the climatic conditions of the India. These Himalayas act as the barriers, meaning is they are protecting the country of India from the cold winds blows from Central Asia, especially in severe winters. In its absence, the northern region would become as a drier. So, due to this Himalayas, we have the perennial rivers, because these Himalayas are the source of the perennial rivers. This is about the first range, meaning is the first relief feature, that is Himalayas. Now the second relief feature is known as Indo-Gangetic Plains. Here we have three perennial rivers. Those are Indus, next the river Ganga, and the river Brahmaputra. Western direction formed by the Indus River and its tributaries. Indus is known as Sindhu, and it has one more name, that is Golden River. The tributaries of this Indus are five. Those are Ravi, Beas, Jhelum, Chenab, and Satluj. Most of the Indus River it flown in Pakistan, and minor part is located in Punjab and Haryana. This is about Indus plain. Meaning is this Indus River is forming the plains. Next is, that is Gangetic plain. Central part of the Ganga formed by the river Ganga, and this Ganga river majorly it flows in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, and partially in Jharkhand, West Bengal, and Ganga it has tributaries like Yamuna, Kosi, and Son. And the last one, that is Brahmaputra, the river Brahmaputra. It flows in Brahmaputra valley in Assam. Here, while flowing these rivers, they form the Doab features. Doab meaning is the fertile land between two rivers. The fertile land between two rivers. Here these perennial rivers flow down, and they carry the silt, pebbles, sedimentary, and these they deposited in a narrow way, that is 8 to 16 kilometers of the foot of the Shivaliks, and this is known as Bhangar. This is known as Bhabar. Later, some streams and rivers flows underground of it, and they reappear in lower places. This swampy and marshy places are called terrain. Terrain region is rich of the wildlife and good forest. But recent days this terrain region is cut down, and here this area utilized for the agriculture operations. This is about the second relief division, that is Indo-Gangetic Plains. So next topic we will have in a next class. So far, thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe.